5 production cars with 2-cylinder engines. Hey guys, over the last 100 years of engine development, we've definitely had some crazy designs. Inline 4 and 6-cylinder engines won over the mass market, but V8s, V10s and V12 engines for luxury sports cars are still common. In the last couple of years, more and more manufacturers have started introducing 3-cylinder engines as an attempt to lower emissions and improve fuel efficiency. Cars like the Volkswagen Up, Mini Cooper, and even the new BMW 1 Series have them. That said, we don't hear much about 2 cylinders. As a matter of fact, there are quite a few 2-pot engines out there, some of them currently on the market. Let's take a look at 5 of them. The Fiat 500 TwinAir and the Alfa Romeo Mito. 2 of the most interesting 2-cylinder cars currently on the market are the Italian duo, the Fiat 500 TwinAir and the Alfa Romeo Mito. Both are equipped with the same straight 2-cylinder petrol engine with a tiny 875cc displacement with 60, 85 or even 105 horsepower in the turbocharged version. Although small, this little motor is a real gem, since it features advanced stuff like variable valve timing and a pretty high compression ratio. Of course, you can't expect blistering performance from such a tiny unit, but the TwinAir is capable of delivering decent driving dynamics, especially for the city. Fuel consumption is minimal too. Fiat claims that you'll get 69 miles per gallon. The downside is the fact that this engine option is somewhat expensive, and that the little unit works very hard to deliver its power, which makes longevity questionable. The Citroen 2CV. There's no point discussing 2-cylinder cars without mentioning the best-selling one of them all, the Citroen 2CV. Introduced in 1948, the 2CV was an economy model with minimalist styling, utilitarian spirit, and no luxuries. I'm sure you've all seen it. Everything on this car was designed to be as simple as possible and durable. That's why there's an air-cooled Boxer 2-cylinder engine under the bonnet which powers the front wheels. The first versions developed only 9 horsepower, but later models had 29 horsepower, which was a significant improvement. Although desperately underpowered, the Citroen 2CV was an extremely durable and sturdy machine that was sold all over the world in an incredible 8 million examples. There isn't really much to go wrong on an air-cooled 2-cylinder. The Tata Nano. Featured in my last video of the slowest modern cars to reach 60 miles per hour, the Tata Nano was poised to be India's Ford Model T. It didn't work though. Since Tata wanted to make a car as affordable as possible, they had to save on everything: materials, technology, equipment, safety, and engine size. That led them to equip the Tata Nano with a 624cc engine, providing just 37 horsepower, of course with tragic performance numbers. I'm a bit surprised that they didn't choose a 1-cylinder engine though, maybe that would have worked better. Morgan 3-wheeler. If you're looking for a back-to-basics driving experience, perhaps modern-day tech-loaded supercars aren't the answer. The Morgan 3-wheeler is a new version of the classic Morgan model, made from 1932 till 1952, and due to demand, the company decided to reintroduce this fun little vehicle for the 2012 model year. The demand was overwhelming, and even though this is the cheapest Morgan you can buy, the waiting list was over a year long. The 3-wheeler is something between a motorcycle and a roadster with 2 seats, 3 wheels, obviously, and a big V2 motorcycle engine mounted up front. With 2 liters of displacement, it's got pretty massive 1000cc cylinders. Most ordinary cars have cylinders half the size. This produces a healthy 82 horsepower sent to the rear wheel, just 1. Meaning that the Morgan is capable of reaching 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds. But crucially, large cylinders tend to produce more torque, which really helps keep the roadster light on its feet. Not all 2-cylinder cars are slow. The Suzuki Celerio. Often mocked as the Suzuki Celery by most of us, the Suzuki Celerio made its debut to the market in 2014. Although we don't get it in the West, it was the first ever Suzuki developed with a turbo diesel engine in India. It's got a tiny 2-cylinder engine displacing just 793cc. It's not low-tech though, featuring stuff like dual overhead cams and 8 valves. The entire block is aluminium too, allowing the car to remain light, something not always thought about with often heavy diesel engines. Suzuki have had problems with their 3-cylinder engines having vibration issues, but the 2-cylinder avoids this as the pistons are better balanced. Still, its base price is only $7,472, but it remains an Indian market exclusive for now. Bonus: the Mazda RX8. Truthfully speaking, the Mazda RX8 does have two pistons, which makes it a two-cylinder car. Kind of. To be fair, you could argue that it's a zero-cylinder car, since the pistons are actually rotors. These are mounted in line, powering the rear wheels, and the whole assembly is surprisingly small and light for such a powerful engine. I wouldn't pay much attention to the people telling you it's a 1.3-litre engine though, as displacement works differently for rotary engines. If you really want to compare it to its rivals, compare the dreadful fuel economy. So there you are. Which two-cylinder engines did I miss? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching. Cheers!